Okay, well, good morning all. It's a very, very early morning. I am much later getting out of town than I had hoped for my Kansas trip. So I decided to get a couple hours of shut-eye and then got up super early to finish loading the bike and get out. My little tasks for adding stuff to the bike and taking the plastics off of it went a little sideways, just time-wise. I don't recommend taking that leg shield off unless you're real serious about it. That thing's a pain in the butt. Anyway, I'm off for 1,500 miles here. It's going to be about 750 there and 750 back. The new driving lights that I have on here are phenomenal. Get on a dark stretch of road and show you the difference. They're on right now, and the low coverage, near field coverage is just fantastic because the Cub had real dark spots up close. Not anymore. I'll stop later this morning or when I get into Kansas, I guess, and give you another walk around of the bike, show you my Touring Cub 1.0. I've got an extended rack on the back of the factory rack right now. It is Rotopacks that came out with a new plate. I can't remember the dimensions right off the top of my head. I want to say it's 9 inches by 15 inches or something like that. So it's rectangular, and it's perfect for extending the factory rack. And I'm going to be strapping a Rotopacks on there for the scooter cannonball. Okay, so the driving lights are on right now. Okay, so now off. Look at that difference. Lower forward fill, and they reach out really far. I'm not even on high beam. High beam reaches out. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and shut the battery down, or shut the camera down, save battery, and resume when it's daylight, I guess. It's going to be about a 13-hour ride, maybe 14 or so. Well, good morning, all. My travel plans to Kansas were kind of dashed. For me to get up there, I would have had to get up there without incident and without any more delays. The universe was conspiring against me as usual, so I got on the road really early this morning, midnight-ish, and was making good time. Got a couple hours outside of Houston, and I had two weird issues. The smart key freaked out on me, and I thought maybe it was something to do with my extra wiring that I had added to the bike, that maybe that caused a problem. I'm not really sure. It's gone away again, so we're going to try another little day adventure here. What happened was I stopped to get fuel, and I saw the key flashing, and I thought, well, that's odd. I shut the bike down and did my fill, and I noticed that the key ring LED around the ignition key stayed lit. It didn't go out. When I tried to turn it back on, get back on the bike, it said, wouldn't unlock, wouldn't do anything. So I ended up figuring it out, holding down the bottommost button on the remote for 5 seconds, or 3 seconds, whatever it was. And it flashed, it was red, then it flashed green, and apparently that unlocked the system again. But I was basically stuck for 30 or 45 minutes swearing and annoyed in the middle of the night that I couldn't get the bike started again. So anyway, that kind of set me even further back, so I wasn't going to make it up to this family reunion in any kind of reasonable time today. So I just decided to cut bait and came home. I've got a couple more hours of sleep, and now I'm going to head out to Davy Crockett National Forest and hang in a hammock for a day and a night and see how things go. The second thing that happened was I put these Denali DM driving lights on the front of the Cub, and one of the mounts broke. Very uncool. So I had to zip tie that up, and then just decided, I've had enough bad omens for one trip. I'm just going to cut my losses. So the Kansas trip will have to wait for another time. It's heavy. So anyway, that's that. I'm still determined to go do what I want to do. I'm loaded for a 4-day adventure here, and it's just going to be a 1-day adventure, but I didn't feel like unpacking the gear. Oh man, it is steaming hot today already. It's going to be 96, 97 today. Hopefully up there in the Davy Crockett forest area it's going to be a little cooler. Get into the shade. It is just some kind of hot here in Texas lately. I was kind of looking forward to getting up to Kansas because the highs were going to be in the mid-80s, and at night it was going to be down to high 60s, low 70s, which is perfect for camping or hammock hanging. So I don't think I'm going to have that low of a temp tonight. Forecast low is like 74, so that's all right. It'll do. With as crazy as things have been lately, I need the day to go right. I need a break. Feels good to get moving. Okay, so on the road, we hope. Barring any other major difficulties, I'm going to stop out in the Katy area and grab a home-style breakfast. Probably stop at Pappy's, I think the name of the place is. Not Pappy's, Snappy's, that's it. Snappy's. And then I'll continue on up whatever those highways are, 359 and 159 and all the little highways here and there. And just meander my way up. It's going to be about a 3-hour ride. I want to say it's just shy of 200 miles from me. 170 to 200, somewhere in that range. It's about as far as Austin. And if the mood strikes me, I may go ahead and continue on up to Tyler, Texas. There's supposed to be a very good forest up there. I think it's just north of I-20. So it's the same general direction I'm going, about 45 minutes further. I've never been to that one. I have been to Davy Crockett forest area a few times, but I haven't been up there in quite a number of years. So the other bad omens I was having on my way out early this morning, had a couple of wildlife narrow misses, had a couple of drunk driver narrow misses, and just decided, after the ignition decided it was going to lock up on me and not let me start the bike again, and my broken driving light mount on the right side, I thought, fate or God or a higher power is trying to tell me don't go. It's just too many little negative synchronicities going on. But it's daytime now, nice sunny day, and I'm going to get out. this will be a repeat of the same direction that I was going last night, or this morning, however you want to look at it. It's my normal route out the west side of Houston area, going up 359 and some of the side highways. So just a little slower pace, and traffic's not quite as frantic. So here we are. I'm going to just open it up and let it run. This is the 15-tooth sprocket top speed run. I'm already doing 68. I got 71, 72 out of it on another occasion. As long as there's not a headwind or anything crazy that you're fighting, you can move along pretty good. 69 on GPS here. 70. 71. 71, 72. So it seems like it raises the top speed a couple miles per hour. Now I'm nowhere near the rev limiter apparently, because when I hit the rev limiter last time I did that, I didn't realize that I was in third gear, and I got all the way up to 65 in third, and bounced off the rev limiter. That's a pretty hard rev limiter on this one too. It's just a bit of shunts and jerks. That's okay. My thoughts on this Givi screen so far are it blocks the wind okay. I don't notice any extra turbulence from the top edge of it. I'm not pleased with the mounting of it. It's very fiddly. I expressed my displeasure with it when I was mounting it the first time, and my opinion did not change when I mounted it the second time. Even after threading the plastic bosses for the screws to go into, it didn't really get better, only because the right side bracket is not bent or cut correctly, welded correctly, whatever. It sticks out too far. So if I stand above this screen and look down on it, the right side is sitting out about 3/4 of an inch to an inch further. It's very noticeable. And no matter how you bend it, tweak it, rotate these guys, nothing you can do will get that side in to the correct position and still maintain the alignment down here at the bottom. One way or another, it always ends up shifted way off. So it's this right side mount that appears to be too long in its depth. Okay, so Snappies. Okay, well, I am not hungry anymore. Had a real good big breakfast at Snappy's Cafe. 3 eggs over medium, biscuits and gravy, toast, bacon, about a gallon of coffee, and a couple of big waters. So I am full for the day, I think. I'll probably have a late lunch, early dinner, and that's it. So now it's just on the road, probably 2.5 to 3 hours. Looking at the map, it says that kind of the area that I'm going to is about 145 miles. So just put her on out there. Bumped my mirror. Curious to find out how the fuel economy is going to be on this trip. Guessing that it's going to be about the same, maybe, well, no, I was going to say maybe a little better, but it's probably going to be a net zero gain. Before I put the windscreen on here, full tilt, just ringing the throttle out and let it run, it was getting about 119 to the gallon. So now, with this higher gear ratio on it, spinning just a tiny bit slower. That should bump the economy a touch at the same speeds, but with this barn door of a windscreen, it's going to probably cancel that out, so we'll see. I'm figuring 115 to 120 is probably pretty reasonable to expect that out of it. Maybe better, we'll see. And I think I'm going to go ahead and shut down the camera to save battery, and if I get into anything interesting, then I will start it up. So I'm using the Garmin twisty routes option to just kind of point me wherever. Apparently there's some other cyclists out here enjoying these infrequently traveled back roads. That guy on a BMW, I couldn't tell if it was an F800 or if it was an R1200 GS. Out having fun. He might be on the twisty routes option just like I am. It is nice out here. It's still pretty hot and humid, but out in all these big trees and wooded areas sure is a nice break from the concrete jungle that is Houston. Just burn along at 55, no problems at all. Let's try a different road. Warns you when there's curves coming ahead and railroad tracks and all kinds of routing information that's pertinent to motorcyclists. Oh, this sure is a nice change compared to the daily commute back and forth concrete everywhere. Later this fall, if my timing and schedule works out, I'll take another off-road forest adventure. I haven't done that in a couple of years. I really miss it. Get out where there is no pavement, forest trails, single track. Okay, well, I am resuming after a couple hours on the road and a quick drink break for me and the bike. And oh my god, is it hot. Woo-hoo! Temps are high 90s right now. It's 97, 98. And there's not a whole lot of air moving around. It's life on the road on two wheels. So I unhooked my hydration pack from the top of my roll bag. Got it on my back now. It's going to make me sweat a little bit, but I did fill it up with ice water, and I'm not quite so thirsty on the road. So looks like I've got another hour to go, maybe, and hopefully I'll still have water when I get there. Use it to wash my face down and whatnot. Anyway. Here's the road. should have been recording this whole route on this highway. This highway is awesome. It's a great motorcycle road. Lots of twists and turns. Speed limit's pretty modest, 60, I think. Lots of twists and turns. I don't know what this is. Highway 105, I think. I'm sure I'll find out later. This is 1486. Highway 1486. This is a great little twisty route. Whee! I think I got the front of the Cub airborne right there. Oh, this is a nice little road. Johnson Road off of whatever it was, 1486. Oh, the trees definitely help. I need to link up my headset to the Garmin because all of my instructions that I would have going on the phone are trying to go through the Garmin link, and the Garmin doesn't have anything to talk to, so it's saying it out loud. I've already paired up my phone, so I'm going to figure out how to pair my Pack Talk with the GPS. I know that you can pair two devices, I just don't remember the procedure for the second device. These are some nice little country roads. Okay, now it's 25 miles up to Highway 75. Okay. Away we go. Cruise control. Well, Garmin's Adventurous Routing is sending me on a different kind of road here. It says it's 22 miles ahead and then I hang a right, but I just passed a sign on the side of the road that said pavement ends ahead. Rough road. I didn't bring an ADV bike for this trip, so I'm gonna find out. I'm sure the little Cub can do gravel, just don't know how comfortable it's going to be because of the limited suspension, and these are very narrow tires. Well, I think that sign must have been a really old sign. Pavement ends ahead. Maybe if you keep going straight off into the woods. Okay, GPS says continue straight. That's what I'll do. Can't see squat. This is a bit of a dangerous little crossing here. Come flying over that hill at 60 miles an hour. So 1791 is what I'm on now. Yep. Should have been recording more of this road too. 1791. It was real straight and boring for about 5 or 6 miles, and then it started getting twisty again. Lots of hills and gentle curves. I wouldn't call it Tail of the Dragon or anything, but it's got plenty of curves to keep you interested. Keep you from falling asleep. I was just purring along 55, no problem. I don't have it wide open. I've got it about 70% throttle. It's doing fine. It has a little trouble going up some of the hills. over my shoulder and make sure nobody's about to chew me up. Got some faster traffic behind me now, but I see no passing zone. I can't do much about it. So I'm wide open going up this hill, and I'm dropping pretty good. Third gear and stomp it so I can get gaining speed a little better in third gear. Some fairly steep hills out here. And again, all this is just testing proving it out for the cannonball run, just to know how it's going to behave. I'll probably change out the sprockets, go back with the original 14 tooth in the front, drop a couple of teeth in the rear, just to give it a little more oomph. So I can let these guys behind me go by. So about 6 miles to Highway 75, and then I don't know how far after that. Quite a few hills here. The camera always tends to flatten things out, so you can't really see the inclines nearly as well in the video footage, but some pretty good hills here. Okay, well, I just pulled off the side of the road because I saw a really cool display here. It's the Veterans Complex, Hart's Veterans Museum of Texas. That's really cool. And it's also the county storm shelter. All right, good stuff. Yeah, stopped for, changed out the GoPro battery and took a few pictures. It's pretty cool. Let's give the full tour here. Full tour of what I can see anyway. Hey, there's another chopper back here. I didn't see that. U.S. Army. Yeah, there's a Hummer back here. Or no, that's not a Hummer. What is that? Is that a Hummer? Yeah, that's a Hummer. Another Hummer. Ooh, that one's road legal. Not sure about this one. Looks like that one might be a road-going vehicle too. Got another chopper. We got an identical one over there on the other side. U.S. Army. Of course, the turbine's out of it. You can see through the upper cowl. Left the display bits there. Ooh, well, that looks like it means business. Wow. F-16. Okay, well, I will continue on. Supposed to turn left, so let's not miss the turn. Not sure where I'm going. It thinks it knows where I'm going. 2821. Okay. There's another real good curvy highway. I've already missed 2 or 3 good turns. Didn't report them, I should say. I didn't miss the turns. I made the turns, otherwise I wouldn't be on the road. twisty roads. The Adventurous Routing option is doing well. I'm sure it's not taking you the most direct route, but it's the whole idea. The most direct route would be on the Super Slab, while the other cagers going 85 miles an hour. I'll pass. Thank you. Even this little side highway right here is a 70-mile-an-hour speed limit, so I'm watching my mirrors and shit, so it's not about to roll over me. Another blind intersection. I like that. These are fast highways, so people come flying up over these hills. Yep, there's somebody coming. I'm trusting that the Garmin is taking me in the right direction. Every time I've gone up to Davy, Crockett, forest area, I've always taken the main highways, so this is my first dedicated back road trip. Yep, my butt is starting to wear out. The Airhawk is helping, but you know, 3 hours on this little saddle. That might be the only thing I really need to change for the Cannonball run is a different seat. Look into the options, see if I can find a wider, slightly cushier, flatter seat. Maybe out of the Asian markets there'll be a few options, or potentially somebody like Seat Concepts over here. Trinity River. Oh, that's nice. Too bad I didn't bring my pack raft. I haven't posted that video yet, but I tried out a new pack raft that I got from Klymit, K-L-Y-M-I-T. They make all the camping gear. And they have a product called the Light Water Dinghy LWD. And it's an inflatable raft. Packs up real small. Only weighs £1.5, 2 pounds, something like that. It's pretty lightweight. You inflate it with the dry bag that it comes with. And I took it out on Lake Lake Travis, and had a good old time. It was a windy day, so I was getting blown around quite a bit, and paddling against the current and against the wind wasn't all that much fun, but the raft was fun. Highway very long. This is a 75-mile-an-hour highway. Okay, had to stop and change out the GoPro battery again. I think I've got a bad battery. I just identified it. It's got a pretty recent manufacture date on it, but it doesn't have a very good battery life to it, or duration. I don't think I even got 20 minutes out of it, and it should have been charged full, so I don't know what's up with it. Anyway, change out the battery because I'm getting into the good stuff here. Nice twisty, turny roads, tall trees, and water up ahead. Cub is getting low on fuel again. Been running pretty hard against some wind, so... This tank is not lasting quite as long. Oh, God, it feels good to get moving. So, what I had said, my arrival time was 3:43. Oh, God, that's beautiful. Now it's 3:49 because I stopped for a couple of minutes. But Oh, this is gorgeous. The temperature, according to the GPS, it gets live weather updates and all that. The temperature is 97 degrees. Yikes. I hope it cools off tonight, or I won't be sleeping. Cannot sleep when it's hot. So, where am I? I don't know this place. I don't think I've been here. Looks nice. Have to figure out where I am. Sebastopol, and I'll turn left on 355 and a half a mile. This is such a nice place. "11 miles to unpaved road." Is that the name of the road? Unpaved road? I think they paved it. Look at that wind. It's ripping pretty good over here. It was real still for a while. Super hot where I stopped for fuel last time, but the last, I don't know, 20 minutes or so, it has just been ripping. 15, 20 mile an hour wind. And I've been fighting it a lot of the time. I'm going diagonally into it, so my fuel economy has dropped off. I hope there's fuel in here. I've got my fuel bottle with me, but that's only 20-25 miles comfortable. And as far as I'm going in, I'm not that far away. I think I will go ahead and put the auxiliary fuel tank on here for the cannonball, because with 2.5 gallon ox tank plus the 1 gallon that's on here, 3.5 gallons, so that'll give this thing some serious legs. Right now, you've got to start thinking about fuel right around 100 miles. It can go further than that, but without a little bit of anxiety. It's good. Surprisingly windy in here, with as many trees as there are. Starting to think about fuel. Whenever this thing starts flashing, I still have like over a third of the tank left. So it's the end of the world, but it started flashing right around 65 miles over. 62 miles. So I've been running flat out straight into the wind. Oh, really? It says this is the unpaved road that I'm supposed to go to. Huh? Is this a park road? So this is the first time I've off-roaded the Cub. Let's hope it goes well. These are not the best tires for this. If I get into any deep sand, it's going to suck real fast. Gate must stay closed, no trespassing. This is not the park headquarters. I guarantee it. I think it's time for Google on the phone, because Garmin has gotten drunk. I plugged in the headquarters, the camp office, for this, but I don't think this is it. Got soft sand here. Yeah, this is not off-road suspension. I could probably camp in here anywhere I want, but I'm not sure I'd go to one of the semi-improved campgrounds. I don't care if it's primitive. I just don't think I want to take the Cub too much further in this nonsense, especially being low on fuel. It's getting uglier. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. What is this? Where is this? I'm just in farmland, okay. Is this a private road? What the? Oh, that's slippery. Okay, well, this is obviously someone's land. I won't trespass. They don't have any no trespassing signs up, which is interesting. Okay. Soft sand, soft sand. Let's find some shade and figure out where we are. Garmin is definitely drunk. Okay, so I've put Garmin to bed because I think it's tired. It's definitely not right in the head. Leading me back here into the bush. Google says that I am still 20 miles away, so I don't know if this thing was thinking that I was going to off-road through these farmers' fields to get there. That's interesting. So I have turned it off, disconnected it, put it away so it doesn't interfere with my Bluetooth, because for some reason it's killing my Bluetooth directions from my phone. So we'll hope for the best here. Slowly work my way back out of here and try not to do a header in that giant hole that's right up here. Oh wow, the ABS was firing right then. It could tell that the front wheel was losing traction. I tried pulling in on the lever and it was real stiff back against my finger. Could probably go a lot faster through here, but I just don't trust these tires. Put some knobbies on here, yeah, sure, bash it up. Of course, with all this plastic bodywork and a header that is just a couple inches off the ground and totally exposed, it's not really a good idea. Okay, I'm back to the road. Ooh, another giant hole. Ugh, ugh. Okay, where am I going? It says, survey says, I can't go forward. Which way am I going? Okay, better. Continue for 3 miles. Okay, I will continue for 3 miles. Man, it is getting windy. Serious windy, like 20 plus steady. Full throttle and I can't gain an inch. 1.5 miles. Hang left on 2nd Street. Hopefully 2nd Street has a fuel station. I had my earplugs in all this time, and I thought that the wind noise wasn't too bad, but it may actually be worse. More turbulence with this Givi, because it's noisy in my helmet right now. with the little short acai or however it is. There's quite a bit of wind, but there's not turbulence. It's quiet. Another bike. Okay, so turn left on 2nd Street. I'd love to find a gas station. Is this 2nd Street? I guess it is. Doesn't say. It says 94th. It says 350 feet. It must be straight ahead. Then I'll just let this guy go. Oh, and I see a fuel station down there. That's what I'm doing. I saw fuel. No, I am not going to take the next right. I am going to continue on for a fuel station that I saw right over here. Where did I see it? I saw it, I saw it, I saw it. I know I saw it. I know I saw a fuel station. Ah. Clunk. That's the fuel station I saw. Whoa, they're proud of their fuel out here. They're the only game in town and they know it. 25 cents higher than everywhere else. No plus, no super. Okay. It's alright, I just want regular old unleaded. Wow, 70 mile an hour road. Look like a 70 mile an hour highway to me. So 8 miles to 358 west. Okay. It says my destination is on the left. I'm on Forest Service Road 527, just turned off of the highway. And it says my destination is on the left. Well, I think my destination is here, there, there, there. So where are the campgrounds with the slightly improved conditions? That's what I want to know. I don't mind rough camping. I kind of like it, but I'd rather not park the Cub out in the woods somewhere. I don't think I can get it out into the woods. It doesn't have quite enough ground clearance or traction for that. If I had brought my XT on this little adventure, I'd be standing up and fishtailing that thing all over the place right now. Don't like getting cocky and going too fast on these roads because you get into this really rough gravel. The camera doesn't do it justice. Again, the camera flattens things out. You can't see how large and sharp these stones are, but you can hear them under my tires. And every now and then you'll get a section of really sharp, really large ones, and I don't like these street tires very much. Well, I think I might have to Google some more, because this is not quite what I had in mind. Yeah, I don't know how far this goes or what is next. the last few times I stayed out here, I want to say it was a little further north, and there were a couple of campgrounds, and they had walk-in sites. They had, you know, car sites with back ends and things like that, but not out here in the woods. I'm going to take a look right here in the shade at what is ahead of me, because I don't think I'm going the right way. Okay, well, I'm in the woods. And there is no air moving out here. Okay, I'll figure out where I am. Okay, so I'm about 4 miles in on this road right now. And I've passed what looked to be a couple of private roads going off toward residences, or I don't know. But this is about as country road as you can get. Technically, this is a Forest Service road, so, or Forest Service road, whatever. Forestry Service. Ugh. These narrow little tires on the Cub don't like it much. They dig in and wash side to side like you're on sand, and these rocks are pretty chunky and sharp. I've already had a couple of big rocks flip up and hit the exhaust or metal parts underneath and made a loud clunk. Just taking it easy, trying not to get a flat out here in the middle of nowhere. That would suck. I do have my flat kit, but for the kind of puncture that you'd get off of some of these rocks, a flat repair kit is not going to do you any good. Yeah, this is getting dicey. This is real loose, slippery gravel. This is not really the cup of tea for the Cub. Considering I'm 175 miles from home, I'd much rather not end up with a flat or a breakdown out here in the middle of nowhere. Private road ahead. There's a county road, 4675. That's what I'm shooting for. If I meet up with another county road, there may be some little parking area or improved camping spot. If I don't find that, then I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I could go up the road a little further to Tyler, but it's going to be another hour and change to keep going that way. And I don't have any other assurances that I'll find what I'm looking for. So this is a bit of an expedition. Ow, biting fly on my neck. Ouchie. The last thing I want to do is wash the front end out and dump this thing after I just put a new leg shield on it. Oh, that would not make me happy. This reminds me of the roads that I grew up on in my hometown. I've had a lot of rural areas that were like this, and when it gets rainy, this stuff sucks. Washes out the road. County road. Okay, still ahead. Now, if this Cub were my old Trail 110, oh yeah, that'd be fine. Knobby tires, no plastic to scuff or break. Well, almost no plastic. Did have some. We tried to kill those things. Trail 90 and Trail 110s, man. It's pretty much drop them off a cliff and they still run. Well, somebody lives out here. Big ass rocks. Hey, that didn't sound good. Finally getting into a little bit cooler air with all this vegetation. Feels good. It's still hot, but if it drops 5 degrees, that's a noticeable difference. Oh, we got more houses over here. I'll knock on their door. Hey, you mind if I toss a hammock up in between your trees here? Okay, so we got County Road coming up. If this doesn't work, I can always backtrack the same way I came. I'm just hoping to find something within the next hour or so. That way I can get camp set up and relax and not be worrying about finding a campsite before it gets dark at 7-ish, 7:30. It always gets dark in the woods a little faster than it does everywhere else because of the high tree cover. So you lose light a little faster. Washboard. Trying to stay off of it, but I don't want in that crown in the middle either. That's what washes out your tires. My XT250 loves this stuff. It just does so well on these roads. So much suspension, and it's pretty softly sprung, so it just eats it up. Okay, which way? Well, we've got pavement. Should I follow it? 2781, 287. Well, I don't know where I am. I'm going to go that way because that leads over toward this, and we'll see what that is. Should have brought some paper maps. Do this old school. When I did my Arkansas trip on the XT250 a few years ago, I printed rally maps, turn by turn roll sheet basically, and I just shoved it in my tank bag. And it's got a clear face or clear vinyl on it, and I just flipped every handful of turns, but I had the GPS on me just to record my track in case I needed to backtrack out of where I was, and never had to use it. I just went by my turn by turn on my roll chart. Did 200 and God, I don't even know what it was. 280 something miles of mountain trails, mostly gravel forest service roads like that. Some single track. A lot of stuff where Jeeps and UTVs and stuff like that couldn't even get in there, and I'm just just motoring right through. A little billy goat. XT will go anywhere. Yeah, I was up on some fairly steep, narrow 2-track, but it was graded with real loose gravel, probably nickel size, quarter size gravel. So it was like riding on marbles, and it was really deep. And there were a couple guys back there on BMWs, big GSAs, and they dumped their bikes over and over and over, and they couldn't traverse some of those areas because they were too heavy. I just stopped and asked if they were all right, and they're like, yeah, we're just getting tired of picking them up. And I just motored right by, and okay, good luck. My bike weighs about a third what yours does. No, not quite a third, probably half. Oh, Jesus H. So National Forestry 563 is ahead. Okay. I could get back in there somewhere, probably. I don't know, I'll figure it out. lumber and road. I can't imagine how awful the Riker would be back here on roads like this. No thanks. The Rally edition that I have, you know, they tout that as being kind of off-road, rough and tumble. Hogwash. It's a pavement bike. It's only got 4 inches of clearance on the nose. You take it into anything that's even moderately rough, and you're going to lose that front grill or radiator or everything up there. And the manual steering on it, every bump you hit, it's just, just tearing your arms back and forth. Okay, what do we have? This is an official looking site. What do we have here? Piney Creek Horse Camp. Okay. Well, I don't think I want to do a horse camp. Let's see if we have any cell phone coverage here. I doubt it. Hey, I'm up to 4G. What the heck do you know? Camping near me. 4G. Davy Crockett. Well, I'm there. Yep, I'm here. Yep. I'm here. Yep. I don't see any camping. Nope. I see. See, this is what I'm looking for. Is some improved area. Yes, I'm here now. Kinda. Ooh. Yep, my butt wants off this seat. Owie. So this is an equestrian park, and I did read about this online. I've never been back there because I don't have a horse. But somewhere right around here is supposed to be some camping area. Oh, goodness. Tired. I didn't get much sleep last night. I got on the road early. Tried to go to Kansas. Didn't work. Came back. Got another hour and a half sleep. And here I am. 9.8 miles. 14 minutes. That's where I was, I think. Yeah, it's just taking me to like a point. It is not taking me where I want to go. Okay, well, according to the information on the web here, Ratcliff Lake, blah, 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 Big Slaw Wilderness Area. Now, Piney Creek Horse Trail, right here. Doink! Or more technically, that way. But it says 50 miles of developed horse trails, located several miles southwest of Kennard. 2 trailheads. Piney Creek has pit toilets, designated campsite, self-service pay station, and municipal water. Yeah. Dispersed camping permitted in most parts of the forest. Okay, so camping, picnicking, swimming, beach, bathhouse. Okay, so Ratcliff Lake Recreation Area. That's what I need to find. Ratcliff Lake Recreation Area. Says I'm 4 miles away. Beauty. That's where I want to go. I just want some place that's cleared of all the underbrush and widowmakers and whatnot. If it's a USFS or even a state park, they kind of survey the trees and make sure they don't have any spots that are going to kill campers. And I'd rather not be a killed camper. I'd much rather be a happy hanger. 11 minutes. I'm here. I'm going that way. Yeah? Yeah, it says I'm on a road. I don't know. I'm on a road. Am I on a road? If you want to call this a road. Vamos. Make sure my gloves are hanging on back here. Oh no, I got my gloves in my jacket. Put all this other stuff back there. Okay. They might as well just call this a trail. This isn't a road. This is a trail with a little bit of asphalt on it. It's a semi-contiguous pothole. Okay, 2.5 miles, 7 east. I'll save this battery and turn it back on when something interesting happens. Okay. The road that I was on was Broadway. Broadway for what? Okay, so this is Highway 7. I'm going to turn here. And see where it wants me to go. 2.5 miles, or 2-3, I go 520. Wow, check out that tree line. That's beautiful. Big trees. Wonder how tall those are. Easily 100 feet. Another one of these 75-mile-an-hour highways. I hate that. And here's one of the 75-mile-an-hour customers right behind me. No intention of slowing down. Some of these, I guess, on quite 100 feet, probably 75 feet. Okay. Oh, somebody's barbecuing, grilling. Oh, that smells good. Go back and beg at their doorstep like a stray dog. Half a mile. Ratcliff Lake, alright. Hey, that looks like it. That is at least official looking. Not the dirt road to nowhere. No thanks to you. I'm going to get back here to this and mark the place, and then maybe next time it'll be able to get me there without sending me to a farmer's house. Okay, so let's see. Pay here. Well, I'd much rather see if I can get anything. Permit is valid until tomorrow. Okay, $5 daily fee. $750 with golden age access. What is that? Maybe $7.50. They're missing a period. $750 for senior citizens. Man, that's just that's profiling. Okay, parking $5. Nope. No. $15 and $20. I don't need electrical, so $15. Okay. Select camp. Note the number. Put the fee in the envelope. Validate the stub. Display stub. Yeah, good luck with that. I don't have tape. Violators will be prosecuted. Okay. $1 per person when entering by commercial vehicle, bicycle, or on foot. Okay, well. You know you're in Texas. Safety zone. No shooting within or into area behind this sign. Don't shoot out here, man. Okay, so I'm going to have to see if I can find a suitable spot. And then I'm going to have to go get cash because I don't have small bills. Ugh, that's going to suck. There was that bank right back there. Maybe they have an ATM. Boat launch. Dump station. Some nice looking trees right over here, but I don't know where I'm allowed to. I don't know where I'm allowed to hang. This is my first time here. Wow, right down here at water level. It's a shallow boat launch there. I think I'm going to go ask some people what they're doing and find out if they know a spot to hang a hammock. I might be able to pull up a map online of what's what. Usually they have these zoned out, you know, for primitive camp versus whatever. Well, there's the bathhouse. If it were up to me, I would just hang a hammock right over here, but these are not. No overnight camping, okay. Yeah, these aren't camping spots. Do not enter. Okay, I won't. Amphitheater. Okay, I see the amphitheater. Okay. What about camping? Camping only beyond here. Okay. All right. So that makes sense. Does it matter where? Because I can just pick a spot anywhere that's been cleared with trees that are about 15 feet apart. Lakeside loop, no access for RVs. Okay. I don't think you can get an RV back through here. You got other spots. See, something over here might be okay. And those trees are perfect. Oh, man, that was nice. Okay, well. No, I don't think I want to be that close to the water, but we'll find out. That's a tent pad. Do they have... Yeah, those trees are about right. Okay, so I see a couple of good spots. Hey, they got water. Sweet! Yeah, I'll pay... It was $15. I don't care. I bet this was busy over the weekend. This is Monday, the end of the holiday, but I'm taking an extra day off. If I find one that just particularly strikes my fancy, I'm going to set up. Ooh. Group campsite. Now I better not do that. $30. I do have a lot of voices in my head, but I don't think you could call me a group. That tree is too stinking big around for my straps. Those back there look good. Nope, that one is huge again, huh? I didn't bring my extension straps, big 10 or 15 foot extensions to go around some of these big trees. I need some medium trees. See water. Oh yeah, they got water here. Sweet. got water right here, that's nice. Wouldn't mind something inboard over here, but it doesn't have a site number. Do any of these have site numbers? That's the question. I don't see site numbers on this stuff. And they've got pull-in pads, but I don't see numbers. I guess if there's no number, no pay? Sounds like a plan to me. This is relaxing. Sunset over the lake. Got a hammock hung there. It's getting kind of dark. Got another motorcycle camper on a thumper. Can't tell what thumper it is. Getting to camp a little late. Be hard to set up in the dark. Headlamp to the rescue. He's driving down in the campsites. His camp hosts don't like that. So, anyway, before my battery died a second ago, I was saying sunset over the lake. It's real calm out here. Got my table and chairs you can't see anymore. Got my hammock set up. Got a camp light slash bug zapper in there. Trying that thing out, it's new. Howdy.
How's it going?
Good, how about you?